Hi, my name is Tsakane Sono. Welcome back to the Young Farmer Podcast. Today, we're honored to have Nico Willemse, the head of department at Hygro Training College, joining us. As Hygro approaches its 20th anniversary in 2025, Nico will be sharing insights into the college's journey, its growth, and the impact it has made on agricultural education in South Africa and beyond. We'll explore the innovation programs, hands-on training, and international opportunities that set Hygro apart, as well as what the future holds for aspiring young farmers. Nico's leadership and experience offer a valuable perspective for anyone looking to build a career in agriculture. Let's dive in. Nico, welcome. To start, can you tell us about yourself and the role that you play at Hygro Training College?
I grew up in Damas. Since a young boy, I grew up in the farm town, and my family has dedicated more than 80 years of service at Skuma Boerdery, which is a commercial farm in Damas, and it's actually the farm that made Damas what it is today, because a lot of businesses started from them. So I grew up on that farm, and I just loved being outside and to see how everything works and how you can from nature produce food. And so it was just interesting for me in that sense, and the big tractors and the machines and the silos and storing all those things. So that was always fascinating for me, and after school I couldn't wait to go to the farm, and I always used to play on the farm. And I went to Namibia after that for project management at Namib Poultry, so there I also was exposed to agricultural aspects, obviously more on your animal production side, but I also enjoy that a lot. And I came to Hygro when I got back from Namibia, and it was it just happened, and I was there. And the CEO of the company was actually a good family friend of mine, so it just happened naturally. And I also developed, and I saw the way that I wanted to live my life, in the sense of working with people and helping them to connect to their purpose. So that was it was an eye-opener for me, because my whole life I didn't really know why did God put me on earth, what am I supposed to do. And it was actually quite nice to without realizing it, being in the right place at the right time, and to see to raise up the young farmers of South Africa to contribute to the economy, because people are always hungry, they're always gonna be want to eat, and always it's part of us. So I really enjoyed seeing them grow, and actually also for them to becoming a success after they've studied. So it's just the whole process to see how they grow up, because they are young adults, they are nervous, and they don't really know where they're going, what they are doing. So it's very rewarding to see how you can be part of the process of where they grow and become young adults, and let them go out into the big world. So that's what I love doing every day, is helping those kids to. And there's a lot of institutions and places that don't want to help the students, and that's where I try my best to see, is there a way I can help them, how can I help them. So that's always, I never say no to anyone until I've tried every resort to helping them, because in my heart I love helping people. My role is to let everyone know about us, and also to create new opportunities of business for the campus, on and off site, when it comes to excursions and off-campus training, because you can't have all the facilities on the campus itself. So some of the activities we also do off-site, but last year we spent close to R1 million upgrading our practicals on the campus, so we can do as much as possible on the campus. So
Hygro Training is reaching a huge milestone, 20 years in 2025. Can you take us back to the beginning? How did it all start, and what was the vision behind the institution?
Okay, so Hygro Training College started in a home, in a small room with a printer, and it was a family-run business. The mother, the father, and the son, and eventually his wife also joined the business, and it started back in 2004, 2005, and the first project was actually for the Department of Correctional Services. So that's where they started a plant production hydroponic course, and through the years they moved up and got funding from AgriSeta, and so Hygro started doing learnerships, skills development, interns, and postgraduate placements. And Hygro has been doing that for many years. And since I've gotten involved with the company, the reason why I was there is to do new business development, create new departments, and make us more independent in the sense not being just by one sector of AgriSeta funding, but also public funding. So it was a big milestone when just after COVID, when we got an RPL project, and we did 200 learners. We did a recognition of prior learning at Elsenburg College in the Western Cape, and that was successfully completed. And we've issued, I think, I'm talking out of my mind now, but it was more than 100 national certificates to the students that applied for RPL. So RPL isn't always successful, but the project was 80% successful, and that's a very high mark for RPL. So we are one of the very few campuses that has learned that skill, and has where other campuses do not do that. And from that, we went to Potato SA and started doing compliance training and private training to companies, because there's global gap requirements. So with the global gap training, it needs to be accredited, so we focused on that. And as we went on, we had the property, we had old houses that we converted into hostels. So we had this vision of creating a college, and bringing the students to us, let them do practicals by us. So we developed the 4 hectares that we had into a small commercial plot, which you can duplicate on any farm on a commercial scale. And there we teach the students to be independent, and how to be a sustainable farmer, and actually to farm with a profit. If we cannot teach the students to farm at a profit, then we should not be a training provider or a college to train.
Over the past 2 decades, Hygro has grown tremendously. What have been some of the biggest milestones, highlights, and achievements for you that have shaped the institution into what it is today?
The biggest milestone, what I would say, is the campus, and then also the H2A accredited training for guys that works internationally. So our campus every year has doubled in applications and new students that sign up at the college, and then that has boomed into a sense of we don't even have enough accommodation in the local community to accommodate all our students. So we are planning to build more rooms to accommodate students every year in phases, to add more rooms so we can sort out the accommodation challenge in our area, so the learners can be safe and be on the campus and do their practicals. So that is a big milestone for us, and in June we are aiming to work on that so we can have more rooms available for the students next year. And then with the H2A accredited training, we give the guys the tools to market themselves overseas. So we train them on the big machines, on the GPS and auto steer, the John Deere tractors. So because not a lot of farms have those equipment, so we can basically give them the exposure they need to enable them to get work overseas with the qualifications that back up the practical experience. Because there's a lot of farmers, they don't want the guys to ride the big tractors. It's 20 million rand. If they make a mistake, it's a big mistake. So that's where we come in with the farmers and build relationships with them and we place mentors on the farm that can use the machinery responsibly, so the students can actually learn how to drive the big machines without being stressed about damaging it at the end of the day.
Agricultural education plays a very vital role in shaping the future of training. Can you take us through some of the courses that Hygro offers, particularly the QCTO and the AgriCita accredited programs?
We mainly do the AgriCita qualifications, which is animal production and plant production. NKF level 5 diplomas, which are 2 years. And then we have national certificates, which are 1 year. They are animal production level 4, plant production level 3, and mixed farming. So we can literally cater from grade 9 to grade 12 with the AgriCita qualifications. And then with the QCTO qualifications, it is a occupational certificate. And there we have like crop produce analyst, poultry farmer, livestock farmer, which is a good alternative if you do not want to do the AgriCita qualifications. And then we are always upgrading. So every year we add qualifications or we expand our accreditation to other entities. So we're always growing, we're always developing, trying to be better in the sense of having diversity and not just offer what there is, but actually broadening our scope of training.
Agriculture, Nico, is a very hands-on industry. So what are some of the practical things that students get to do, and what kind of training do they receive on campus to ensure that they are work ready?
We've got a working farm, we've got a farm manager, we've got foremen, we've got general workers also assisting the whole process. And the farm manager is responsible for the practicals of the students. And we have a broiler house, we've got laying egg chickens, and then we have free range chickens as well. And then we have Dexter cattle, which is registered. And then we also have meat master sheep. So when it comes to animal production, that's basically what you're going to focus on. And we have all the necessary equipment to monitor the data so you can be a better farmer. For example, weighing the animals on a weekly basis. Just by weighing sheep, you can see if they are pregnant and how many, if it's just one lamb or twins. Just by collecting the data, you can see that. And on the plant production side, we have hydroponic tunnels, and we have open field farming with drip irrigation, and we have tractor with implements as well to prepare the land. So, and they are exposed to all these elements. And I feel that is unique when it comes to other places. Like, for example, if you go to universities, UMP or TUT, and you do a agricultural qualification, it's theory for 2 years and then 18 months of practicals, where our courses are combined. After 2 years you graduate, so it's mixed with theory and practical. So after those 2 years you are done and you can go into the working world, where if you're at university, it's going to take you 3 years and 6 months to do exactly the same what you can do by us in 2 years. And you have the practical knowledge, where they still need to, after the 2 years, still need to go out there and to get to know it. So I feel that is what makes us unique, is what universities lack, in the sense of they don't really have practical facilities.
Outside of individual training, what kind of impact does Hygro really aim to have on the agricultural industry across Africa?
We try to focus on quality students and not quantity. So in other words, we try to teach them really how to be a responsible farmer, how to be sustainable, and actually to grow and not just decay and destroy your land up to the point where you cannot use it or there's no point of return. So when it comes to sustainability, we try to really teach them to focus on nature conservation and sustainable farming, and actually to have a growing business where you can employ other people as well, and not just be a farmer for yourself, but actually grow to the point where you can involve the community in your farm as well.
So you speak about opening doors and the incredible opportunities that exist. How does the training that you offer equip students for global agricultural careers? And what are some of the success stories that have really come from it?
Okay. We have many interactions with agents that placed the candidates overseas, and we've compiled a course that is specially tailored for the needs that what you need to get work overseas, and also you need to create a profile so you can market yourself overseas, and we have all the elements in place that makes yourself as an individual more marketable overseas. So we have the recipe for that, and it works. And the just to give you an idea of the training, we are on the short courses. I'm currently booking people for May, so we are booking out 4 months ahead for people with this course. It really helps them in the sense of you gain practical experience, you get papers for it, you get video and photographical evidence of you doing it. Because when the farmer interviews you, he says like, "Okay, show me. You can drive a big tractor, send me a video of you doing it, show me." So there's a lot of things of just know I've got a diploma. I also want to actually see what you can do with taking into consideration the distance. America is how far, so the only way of them communicating is via video calls or sending videos and content.
The fact that they are able to interact with people across the globe really says a lot about how much technology has really advanced and allows us to interact even with people that might not be that, close to us. And technology is also transforming within farming itself. And how do you at Hygro keep your students ahead of the curve and prepare them for the future of agriculture?
Yeah, with the H2A accredited training, you have John Deere tractors, the big tractors that a lot of farmers don't have. So within that program, we also have the 414 kilowatt tractors, your crop sprayers and your harvesters, which the farmers make available for our students so they can gain experience on those machines, so their confidence can grow when they go work overseas. So that is also part of the H2A program. Because even if people try to work for free on farms, they don't want them riding their expensive equipment. So this is an opportunity for them to actually learn it, because there's a lot of farmers who cannot afford those type of machines. You have the farming experience, but you don't have the machinery experience per se.
With all the incredible doors of opportunity that you are opening and the experience that you are really giving young farmers out there, what are some of the other exciting plans that are in store for Hygro Training College? Are there any new programs, partnerships, more international relationships that we can expect?
Okay, so what we do is we add workshops to our existing learning material to improve the learning experience, not just what is in the textbooks. And then we also do excursions where we take them out to farmers' days or info days, where experts like Dr. Fafa talks about cattle and animal behavior and other different types of aspects of farming that people you won't find in a handbook. So we physically take them out so they can learn hands-on the techniques and the methods that you use to be a responsible cattle farmer, for example. So in every category, we create excursions to improve that learning experience, which you cannot do on a small holding, for example, but you can do it at a commercial farm.
In terms of technology and innovation in an advancing space, like we spoke about earlier, how does Hygro Training College keep up?
We engage with the commercial farmers, and they have the latest technology when it comes to, silos, the big machines and all those things, because there's so many aspects in farming. You cannot have all the technology. It's just impossible to have all those things readily available. So we liaise with the commercial farmers, and the techniques they use, that's what we bring in at our workshops, and then as well when we do our excursions, they get exposed to those techniques and technology.
Looking ahead, what exciting plans are in store for Hygro Training College? Any new partnerships, new developments, new ventures? What are you looking to do?
Yes, yeah, well, we are very excited to have more accommodation for the students, so we are working on that to have them there, and then we also are working on developing our scope. So new courses are coming, and yeah, so it will definitely put us on the next level, and so yeah, a college will be an understatement for us one day. So we are planning to grow and expand to a point where we can compete on a university level.
With all the exciting changes coming in on your campus and all the incredible things you are incorporating into your programs, why should young people considering a career in agriculture choose Hygro? What is different about it, and what makes the experience that you offer unique to other institutions?
Okay, what makes us unique is our practicals and theory is combined on a weekly basis. So it's ever changing, and there's always new things coming. Pregnancy checks on cattle, dissection of animals that had diseases, or there's a type of virus that's killing the animals, then they need to dose them. So you get the hands-on experience of the changing dynamic of farming, because you are in Mother Nature's hands at the end of the day. Same with farming and hailstorms. Sometimes we have to replant the fields because a hailstorm came. So in that sense, you get the experience and the failures and the successes of being a farmer. Like I said, we teach you how to farm at a profit, and all the dynamics of that is included, the whole supply chain. So if the hailstorm comes and you have to replant, it cuts your profit. You have to bring in more labor. So we try to prepare your mind in a business mindset, because of being a farmer is running your own business. So, and I think people forget that sometimes.
What advice can you give to young farmers that are really interested in getting into the agricultural space?
My advice would be focus on quality and not quantity. If your animals and produce is of quality, you can get the price you want to get. But if you do not look after your animals or your crops, you're going to get bad quality, and you're not going to get the prices that you want to get. So I would say that is very important, and then you can start asking your prices for your produce, because the people will want your produce because they know it is of good quality. I would also say don't rush the process. Agriculture takes time, and don't look into the now, plan into the future. So be sustainable, try to be independent as possible, and try let your natural resources cover your farming. The moment when you start spending too much money to keep your farm alive, then you are starting to eat on your profit, and that's not a good thing. Mother Nature is there for a reason, and focus on being a sustainable farmer and actually to grow.
And for those that want to get involved with the institution or be part of it and really learn and grow from this incredible work that you are doing, how can they get in touch with you? Where can they apply? How do they reach Hygro Training College?
Okay, well, we are on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, and we have a website. And our contact details are there, but it's info@hygro.co.za, and our website is hygro.co.za. So you can just apply online there, and we send you the documents, and you can register.
Thank you so much, Nico, for this incredible conversation. It's really been very inspiring, and I know that there are so many young people out there that are inspired by what you're doing and will definitely be getting in touch. With that said, that was another exciting episode of Young Farmer. Thank you for joining us, and remember to subscribe and follow us on our YouTube channel. This has been absolutely incredible. My name is Sakane Sono, and we will see you again very soon.